hey. Hi, guys. All right. So, today I decided that we'll do a single storyline differently. We're going to do a check in for every single zodiac. Okay. I just am kind of like pulled them out at random, but we'll go ahead and begin. And we're going to start out with Sag. So, these are the stories where we assume that our character is completely single. What is the message for our single Saggies? I just thought it would be nice to do each zodiac. We have the Lovers, Gemini energy. So, first off, for a single character, there is an opportunity for a single character to have a new romantic partner should they want one. They appear to be pretty stuck right now, though. Sag doesn't look like they're down for this at the moment, considering we do have that Eight of Swords. We also have a Page of Pentacles. We have a Three of Wands. We've got a Six of Swords. And we got a Queen of Wands. Okay, so it appears that for a single Sag, the only thing preventing them from having a love that seems like it's kind of even divinely guided, because the angels are up here overseeing it. If the Sag wanted it, they could have it, but they are holding themselves back. They either have they're waiting on a message from somebody else, or they're waiting on, this almost feels like they're waiting for a sign or a symbol to even if they're single, they still are waiting for some kind of message or nudge that says it's time now. It's time that I look to my future. It's time that I move on from some kind of, maybe this is a character who's still been in a bit of heartbreak recovery, but it is time for them to step into their full-blown, Queen of Wands energy. And so this Sag, as soon as they want it, as soon as they're ready, it's only them holding themselves back, but they're looking for some kind of sign or signal that will say, now it's time. Let me go ahead and I'm going to use this deck, even though there's not really a reason for me to use this one, but I want to. Amber, healing. The wound is the place where the light enters you. So first off, amber light, a warm glow. Maybe our character is going to sit someplace and they're going to have, maybe the sign or the signal that they're looking for is simply an awareness of healing. Maybe they just need to get into a really relaxed state, and that is the sign or the signal that says, you know what, I really am ready for a romance again. Maybe they need either to feel that warm glow of healing within them. Maybe our character is going to sit, our Sag is going to sit, with like a salt lamp or something, that beautiful like Himalayan salt that creates that orangey glow. That's what this reminds me of. It might just be some symbolic action that they need to take, and then allow their mind to like gently come to the conclusion that, you know what, I'm not actually stuck. I'm not still healing. I am actually pretty healed, and I am actually pretty ready to think about my future, and I'm pretty ready to say I'm a catch and there's love out there for me, and yeah, maybe I do want it after all. I just think that our character has not truthfully seen themselves in their fullest, most beautiful light, and they're about to. Oranges and reds are really important colors right now, and amber jewelry or necklaces or anything made out of amber could be like something that sparks that mindset for this character that, you know what, I am actually healed and I am a freaking catch and I am ready to love and be loved. This does really feel like romance, but it feels like it's time that they choose a completely different kind of person, a completely different kind of romance. And up until now, I don't think that our character has been quite ready to do that, but it looks like they're coming into that at this point. So that's a good message for our Saggies. All right, guys. Next up, let's go ahead and jump on into Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus at 3:49. Timestamping takes so much extra time in these. I almost want to skip it. Okay, Ophiuchus, here we go. What is the message for our single Ophiuchus? Ophiuchi. I asked them at one point in time, what's the plural of that? And I still don't remember, and people gave me great answers, so forgive me. But Ophiuchus, our single Ophiuchus storyline says, moving forward in life, feeling more balanced, feeling more empowered, feeling like our character knows what direction they want to go. We've got a Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, there's no confusion for this Ophiuchus. Whatever it is that they are taking charge of in life, wherever they're going with confidence. They're going with power. But nobody else knows this. They're keeping it to themselves with the moon. I feel like they don't want to tell somebody what they're doing or what they're up to, because it's like, no, if I tell anybody else, they'll probably bring up all the reasons why I shouldn't. They'll bring up the big scaries. They'll insist on creating havoc for me. And I'm not scared, but I don't want to let somebody get in and plant fears and doubts in my mind. What is this character doing? This is, I know they don't want to say it, but I'm just going to knock on the door gently and see. Ophiuchus, do you want to tell us what you're doing? They don't want to tell the wrong people what their plans are because, oh, we have 4 of Wands, we have 10 of Cups. They're doing something that is what they want for their vision of a 4 of Wands lifestyle. They want some kind of like super balanced situation, a kind of relationship that is, or lifestyle or career path that's really going to make them happy, and they're going for it. They're going after it. Whatever that means, they're going to go after the thing that they want. And it's almost like if I tell the wrong people this is what my plan is, they're immediately going to caution me against it. They're going to bring up a bunch of reasons why it might not work, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I want to go toward my perfect happiness. I want to build that life, and I don't want to hear the naysayers. Let me get one card out of this deck as well. Jade. Fear. Becoming fearless isn't the point. That's impossible. It's learning how to control your fear and how to be free from it. So definitely, I think that one of the reasons they don't want to tell other people what their plans are is because maybe they know they're around fearful people that stay locked in their tower. So if they are brave enough to break out and do something that their colleagues or their friends or their family members wouldn't be brave enough to do, those other people's fears is the first thing they'll bring up. Is like, but what if this? What if that? What if you're not successful? Why do you think that'll work? Shouldn't you be scared to do this? And I feel like our Ophiuchus is saying, that's the whole point. I'm strong enough and proud enough to say, of course I'm scared, but I have to go for it because it's my happiness at stake. It's the life that I want that's at stake. So if I don't go after it, I can guarantee that I'm not going to have it. If I try, even though I'm scared and it doesn't work out, at least I can say I tried. So yes, of course I'm scared, but I do it anyway. Green is a strong color for growth. And, obviously jade is here, so I'm thinking green, but it's a color for growth. It's a color for everything about like growing money, growing, literally pieces of our life. It's also about healing. So and it's wealth as well. I feel like our character, our Ophiuchus, is really choosing to do something bold, take an action, even if it means moving, because they're like, I got to move for the perfect job because I know that's where my happiness is. That travel card first, that chariot could literally mean that Ophiuchus is ready to move. They're ready to go. They're making big plans to take action in their life, and they're doing it for happiness. This is a single character. So could they be doing this for love? Love later down the road, but I don't think that's the motive right now, only because this is a single character's story. So they're not booed up in this story. So I'm going to say no. This is a character who's, if they're changing something, they're doing it because they're saying, I really believe that changing these things in my life, moving, I'll be able to meet different people. And I sense that if I move, if I change my environment and meet different people, probably that's where I'll meet the love of my life. Like they might be doing it for love, but not because of a specific person, is what I get out of this. All right, Ophiuchus, I'm going to leave that there. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Next up, Pisces is coming in at 8:35. Pisces, what's our message for our singles Pisces? Singles Pisces, we've got the Moon, the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the 6 of Wands. First off, Piscean energy smack dab in the middle there with that Moon. Pisces is in their strongest vibe. I would say that they're feeling themselves. They're feeling their oats. They know that not everybody understands them, and they're done trying to help people understand them. This Pisces feels like, I don't care. I got me. I know that I'm proud of myself. I know that I'm proud of who I am, what I'm doing, and I know my reasons for the things I do, for the way I walk, the way I talk, the way I dress, the things that I do. Some people will never get it. They're not going to grow. I'm not going to invest in trying to make certain people understand me. I understand me. That's really all that matters. So we have a Pisces that's a little bit, unapologetically themselves right now. Let me just see. What else does that mean? Three of Cups and the Fool. This Pisces is probably going to be in a phase where they're meeting new friends that will totally jive with them. Not everyone will, but they are. I would argue this is a character who's letting go of old connections that it's like they don't get me, but a new group of friends, of soulmates, of companions, they will. And Pisces seems to be ready for a change. They're ready to do things differently. They're feeling really confident, and they're okay with the fact that not everybody will be able to like really get it. Not every person that used to be a friend is going to stay with this Pisces in this next phase of their life, and they're okay with that. We have Morganite. Love. If you love somebody, you let them go, for if they return, they were always yours. If they don't, then they never were. Yeah, I kind of feel like, again, this is a single character, but I think this is the attitude that Pisces is like, look, I do love these friends or these people, but if they can't understand this version of me, I understand they may not go the distance with me. They may not continue to grow with me in this new phase of my life. Doesn't mean I love them any less. It's just I understand sometimes relationships, we part ways and we go separate directions. This feels more like family and friends that just can't quite understand why the Pisces is doing what they're doing. Why is the Pisces living the life that they're living? Why are they? It almost feels like something, I'm not going to say it's taboo, but it could be a lifestyle choice that Pisces is making that friends and family are just like, oh my God, that's so not, part of our culture. Like, why are you doing this? It could be something that society frowns upon, or this particular peer group frowns upon, or something like that. And Pisces is just like, look, I'm proud of what I'm doing. You like it or you don't, but I'm not mad about it either way. I just got to do me. So Pisces is really living their unapologetically themselves. That's what I would say. All right, next up, Leo. Leo is coming in at 12:03. Our single Leos. All right, let's take a look. Leo, my hand had to grab this deck, so that's what we've got to go with. Oh, we have the Sun. That is Leo. And with the Lovers in the reverse. Single Leo, very happy being single right now. They're feeling more like in alignment with themselves than they have in a long time. This character is acknowledging like, yeah, I don't even have a lover on my horizon, but I'm super happy. Okay, the one thing that I'll say is if Leo is shining particularly bright right now, if they are loving their single life so much, sometimes, I was going to say, sometimes that's when a romantic partner that's just right pops up. And sure enough, we have a Two of Cups. Sorry, single Leos. The single Leo says, I'm happy. I'm so happy being single. So knock, knock. Here comes destiny. Here comes the Two of Cups. Somebody who matches Leo's best and brightest energy. This is a Leo who might be having fun. They go to costume parties, they dress up, they go to Renaissance fairs, they do awesome, fun, exciting things that are totally fit their kinks and their quirks. And they're like, man, I love this. I'm single. I don't answer to anybody. I don't have to explain myself. I just do what I want. And I have an awesome time being the real me. Well, guess what? That real, authentic Leo who's been so happy single has also become like a beacon for drawing in someone that matches them beautifully. So this is, even though it's a single person's read, this is a single character who is not destined to be single for very long. Ace of Coins, Five of Coins. Yeah. Lonely no more. Even though our Leo wasn't lonely, they still are having this new beginning. A new beginning where I think when they have a character pop into their life like this, that is such a beautiful match for them, they're going to be surprised to say, wow, I didn't even know that there had been anything missing. I mean, I was so me and I was so happy, but it turns out the presence of somebody that matches Leo's vibes so beautifully and complements their life, it's like, okay, we can eat a steak dinner and it's delicious, right? But if we eat a steak dinner that is matched up or paired up with the best, like whatever demi-glace, and then you also add in the perfect wine pairing, and all of a sudden an amazing dinner goes to like off the charts stellar. But it's like, I already thought it was amazing. I didn't even know that it could get better than this. I was really rocking it, and then something even more beautiful comes in and I didn't even realize I was ever missing out on something. until this person shows up in my world, I didn't know I was missing out. How is that happening now for this Leo? Let's get one out of another deck, and then we'll still end with the gem. Death card. It could be a Scorpio. It doesn't have to be, but I said, like how, when, how is this happening? Well, there's a change going on. This is a new paradigm for our Leo. This could represent even like, we're about to end this year. But there's a big transformation going on for our Leo. We got Howlite, hope. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift of God, which is why we call it the present. Oh, that's cute. I like that. And we have this heart that's made out of like, I'm going to say marble, even though it probably is. It's not moonstone. I don't know. I can't tell. Oh, it's Howlite. What am I saying? Ugh, I already said it. Sometimes I swear I need a handler. Somebody to help me keep my life on track. Somebody to help my eyeballs read and then remember what they just read. It's why I don't actually like cards very often that have other writing on it, because I prefer to find my own words, because otherwise I'll forget the words I just read. When I'm in the middle of telling a story, it's hard to keep track of other words that were not my own. All right, so Leo, it's nice any way we slice it, but yeah, a Leo who's not destined to stay single very much longer. Next up, we got Gemini coming in at 1629. All right, Geminis. What's our single Gemini's message today? By the way, let me know if you guys like it this way or if you prefer just a general. I've always done just a general singles read. Today, I just thought, why don't I break it up into the zodiacs? I never do that for the singles, and recently I had somebody specifically requesting, can we do a singles Libra? Can we do a singles, I think it was Scorpio? And I was like, okay, let me see how I can incorporate that without making so much more huge amounts of content, because it's hard to get all those videos out in a week, but I could do it this way. We have Empress in the reverse. So our single Gemini has this vibe of Empress energy, but in the reverse, it feels like our single character is dealing with a tyrant. They're walking away from a tyrant. 8 of Cups. So the Gemini is like, you know what? I've had it up to here with bossy pants. I'm not gonna put up with the bossy anymore. 4 of Wands. This could be somebody changing jobs. This could be somebody about to say, you know what? I think I could be happier literally anywhere, because my first amount of happiness will be to exit this connection with a, and when I say connection, it could be boss, it could be friend, it could be roommate, it could be family member, it could have been marriage partner, but ending something with a tyrannical person, walking away from them, that already puts me in a good mood because I'm out of their tyrannical grasp. So this Gemini is already happy just by walking away. Their life feels more balanced, and they start to really experience the joy of making their own choices without somebody else presiding over everything that they do and telling them how to think, how to breathe, when to breathe, how deep to breathe, all of those things. I feel like this person was a big blockage for Gemini even being able to date or find love. So whomever this Empress in the reverse was, could be Leo, could be Taurus. It was really putting a crimp in this character's style, but this Gemini is walking away from that for sure and going toward tremendous happiness. 10 of Coins also looks like their money gets better. It's funny how anytime we exit a toxic situation, sure, the energy flows better. I think that makes sense. Let me get one out of the gemstone deck as well for Gemini. We have got Citrine, Illusion. Everything you can imagine is real. It's almost like maybe our Gemini was like, why am I feeling so bogged down? What can one person's bad attitude or demanding attitude, could that really impact me and put a blockage around all kinds of other aspects of my life? This would say yes, in the sense that if somebody causes a lot of headache and a lot of grief to the point where it's like, oh my God, I feel like I'm on pins and needles, now that sense of tension is going to impact probably everything that Gemini does. They could have been impacting their comfort zone with, let's say it's a really tyrannical roommate. And it's like, well, I want to bring home a date, but this roommate of mine, man, they every time that happens, if I try to cook dinner, they interrupt the dinner, or maybe they've got a way about them where they actually try to steal my date, like, so I don't even want to bring a date home. So now I'm hardly even dating because it's really hard, especially if it's somebody long distance. Like, I don't really want them to come and stay with us because I know my tyrannical roommate is a blockage. Like, that's an example of how someone's tyrannical energy can create a blockage in someone else's life. Now, we could argue we always have a choice as to how much we allow things to impact, but this is a person with a pretty wide scope of impact. And so in this case, the best thing for our character to do, or at least the thing that they chose to do that seems to be having a positive impact, that's the way I should say it, is they are walking away from this oppressive energy, and that is allowing everything to open back up and flow for them. Everything, though, gets better. Their happiness level goes up, and that impacts other areas of their life, right down to their work, their job, their peace of mind. Everything gets better because they walk away from the thing that was making it not good. So Gemini's got nice energy of personal freedom on that. All right, next up, we are going to Taurus, coming in at 2111. All right, Taurus. What is the message for our single Taurians? Single Taurus, we have a Page of Pentacles, we have a Three of Wands. Taurus might just get an invite or a gift that makes them start seeing their future in a different way. Maybe somebody invites Taurus to come visit, invites Taurus to go somewhere, to travel somewhere, and they're like, this feels pretty good. We do have a King of Swords that came out sideways, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This Taurus could be getting an invite, or they're thinking about something and they're wondering, should I bring a King of Swords with me? Should I invite them? Especially if this is like a trip or something. It kind of feels like there's a question mark. That, or this is the person that Taurus is thinking about, like, should I have do a getaway with somebody, or should I, invite them on a trip, or should I go see them? This could be, we have a Nine of Cups. It's weird because it's like this Taurus is weighing the pros and cons. Like, remember, this is a single character's read, but Taurus seems to have an offer about something they get to do in the future, and they're really questioning, do I say yes? Will this make me happy? Or do I say, invite someone with me? Will that make me happy? Or should I do this solo? What is this? Let me just change decks real quick and see. King of Wands. This is an invitation by somebody who cares a great deal about Taurus. Chariot, Three of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Oh my. This feels like our single Taurus. I've got a story about Taurus possibly having two options some time ago as well. And there's been an undercurrent of that pops up lately once or twice in the general Taurus reads. This is a single Taurus, yet the offer that they are receiving or about to receive is from somebody who's very warm-hearted, who may really either want Taurus to come visit them. I mean, it could be like, oh, I'll pay your travel expense. It'd be really nice to have you here, Taurus. It'd be really nice. This could be a boss. This could be somebody saying, hey, would you consider transferring? Would you consider moving? Would you consider coming over here, Taurus? And I almost think that they're in a moment where they want Taurus's energy around them. They have some disappointment. If Taurus says no, they're going to be super disappointed. Taurus over here, it already feels like they want to say yes, but they have a consideration about, like, should I do this? Should I tell somebody else that I'm doing this? Is this the right choice for me to make? Got an Ace of Wands. They really want to do this, but it feels like they're either very cerebral about it, or it's because there is a King of Swords and they can't decide, do I tell this person? Do I not? But I think Taurus's happiness is at stake. And I think this offer looks like something they really want to do. So it kind of seems to me that with anytime there's an Ace of Wands, I think Taurus is saying, but I personally want to do this. Therefore, I think that I should. But it kind of looks like there's another person that they can't help but factor in to the equation. And then they say, you know what? I really want to do this for me. The King of Swords there could actually be like Taurus is thinking in their head, you know, I'm glad I got this offer. I'd like to do it. Would my, like father be proud of me for saying yes to this? What would they want? I think they'd want me to go after my dreams. It could be that, but that's not my initial read on that. I felt like it was a person that Taurus is considering how will my actions affect them. But remember, this is a singles story, but it seems like Taurus is still giving a lot of consideration to a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius character, almost as if I wonder if this will upset them. So maybe Taurus cares about this person, even though they're not necessarily considering themselves like bonded to this person. And we have obsidian, which has to do with death. It's to the well-organized mind, death is but the next great adventure. It looks like for Taurus to say yes to doing this, to taking up the offer that is being given to them, it looks like it's going to kind of open up a new time of their life. And that might be also why they were weighing it a little bit more heavily. Like, if I do this, it could change a lot of things for my life. Am I ready to do this? Going and seeing this person, going and spending time with whomever that King of Wands is, taking a job offer. Maybe there's a double entendre. Maybe it's like, hey, would you come out here and work? But they also know that this person has a double motive, like they're interested in Taurus, and Taurus is like, if I go out there, we're not just going to be friends and colleagues, or an old boss is not just reaching out to me because they're hoping I'll come and, freelance and do some weekend gig, but they want to see me. And this could turn into something. It feels like Taurus is on the precipice of really, if they say yes to an offer, it could have big life implications. And I think Taurus is saying, and I want to see where this goes. That's what it looks like to me. All right, I'm going to leave that there and go on to Scorpio next. Scorpio coming in at 2646. All right, Scorpios, this is a single characters read. So Scorpio, what is the message for our single Scorpio? All right, we have got 6 of Cups. Scorpio could be dealing with matters of business, matters of work colleagues, but if so, it could be starting some new business, like collaborating with somebody that they've known for a really long time, coming up with a great idea. Could be sitting around at a party or something, chit-chatting with friends, and then very organically, because they're all on the same wavelength, they jokingly come up with this plan. Hey, we could start some side hustle. Oh yeah, we could call it this. Oh yeah, and pretty soon it's like, why don't we do that? In fact, 9 of Coins, by the end of a conversation, somebody could be saying, I could invest in that. I've got a little extra. I've got enough to get us started. Why not do this side hustle? Why not put some effort into this? That sounds really fun. If it is a connection between, friends, soulmates, colleagues, it does look like the heavier burden of whatever this endeavor is could be placed more squarely on Scorpio's shoulders, and they would know that walking into it, that the other person might actually need a win right now. And it could be Scorpio that is finding a creative way to collaborate with someone, because Scorpio's like, I have a lot right now. I'm doing really well. I know this friend of mine is not. They could use a second source of income. I've got the capital to get some side hustles started. Maybe I want to do it, but I'm walking in with open eyes. I'm not going to invest more than I can afford to lose. And I also know that the other person has a need for this win, whereas this would just be a side thing for me. 7 of Cups, there's a question of, could this be something that could really work? There's a lot to look at. There's a lot to consider here. But we have an Ace of Coins. We have a 5 of Cups. It almost feels like Scorpio is weighing 2 options, saying, do I invest in something that I don't technically need, but it might be a benefit to somebody else, and it would be an adventure for me? Do I do something? I've never done something like this before. Do I want to give it a whirl? Or am I setting myself up to wind up like wrecking a friendship? And oh God, if everything goes belly up, it could be a big old disaster. I think that's always a risk, especially in a storyline like this. But let's just see. We got a 3 of Pentacles still, and we got a 2 of Swords. Yeah, this is, I feel like our Scorpio is going to have to make a really tough decision. Do I do this? It feels very much like a collaboration, right? Do I do this? They are possibly saying, I can only do it if we have an ironclad agreement that will preserve the friendship in case everything goes belly up, because this says there's a blockage here, or there's something that it's like Scorpio has to sit down and write stuff out and say, okay, if I did this, if I collaborated, and this could be with families, could be with friends, this could be, it doesn't have to be starting a business or something like that either, but it could have to do with like loaning somebody money. It could have to do with helping someone else with resources. Scorpio has more than someone else does. They want to help somebody, but they know the pitfalls that can come with that. And so they're weighing it heavily, and they want to make sure that they don't walk in and get blindsided. So I think that they're going to be more prudent, and they're going to write down the things that are important, the things that have to be considered, so that there won't be problems. And right down to like, okay, if I pitch in the money to get this started, they pitch in nothing other than the effort, then what percentage of it do I get if we want to buy each other out at the end of all this? How would we do that? What does that look like? This could be even like really contemplating, what do we need to be on the same page about? What things are we not seeing that we should begin? If it's going to be a business plan, that's why they call it a plan, right? It has to be planned out and taken serious. Let me get one last card here. We have got Sharite. So destiny. Fate is like a strange, unpopular restaurant filled with odd little waiters who bring you things you never asked for and don't always like. It kind of does feel like this feels risky on one hand, this feels exciting on the other hand, but this feels like almost like the Scorpio saying, but everything has aligned for this moment, this time, this space, where if we were ever going to do something like this, now is the opportunity. I know I could help somebody. I know we could build something. I know we could co-create. And it seems like everything is poised for us to try this out. I didn't ask for this. I'm not sure that I really like it, but let's go about this in a wise way and see what happens. It kind of feels like that, but there is this message on this fictional story that our character has to be really thoughtful about how they go about this, so that it doesn't, a plan for success, a plan for failure, a plan for how to keep something going. All those have to be addressed before this endeavor begins, is what I think this is suggesting. So anyway, I'll leave that one there. All right, next up, Libra, coming in at 3223. All right, Libras, let's go with this deck. This is a single story. What is the message for single Libras? We have got 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Holy smokes. We have a single character that is ready for everything good. Sugar and spice and everything nice. They want a new start in happiness, love, loyalty, romance, longevity, money, health, wealth, family, you name it. They want everything. And the way to get that is to put an end to the belief that that somehow is reserved for other people, but never for me. It's laying down burdens, fear, guilt, shame, remorse. I feel like this character thought they were unworthy for a really long time, and they don't feel that way anymore with that 10 of Wands sideways, or they're laying sideways is what I mean to say. Got a Knight of Swords. I feel like I have lipstick all over my teeth. Have I been smiling with lipstick everywhere? Oh well. It's hot. Knight of Swords, they're ready. This Libra is ready, like now. I feel like I want to chant for them or something. They're really, truly ready for this kind of happiness. 3 of Cups in the reverse, but they don't want anything from the past. Their happiness does not reside with reuniting with anyone from their past. They're ready for the thing they've never experienced. They're ready to do stuff totally differently, do stuff over, do stuff from scratch. I want new. I want a new kind of a person. Got the Hermit. This could be, they want to be with a Virgo. They want to be with somebody who's deeply spiritual. This could be a character, a Libra, who is saying, I want to really listen to my life path and what I'm truly drawn to. If they want happiness, they're saying, but I want happiness that works for me. I don't want happiness that other people approve of. I don't care about having, a job, a romantic partner, or anything that first I have to get vetted or get the stamp of approval from somebody else. I don't care about other people's approval. I care about what I want this time. Good for them. This is a Libra who is determined to get exactly what they want. We have Ruby, infinity. Stop acting so small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. Very beautiful. In olden times, they also used to sometimes put a ruby ring in like the foundation of a building that was being built because they believed it would bring good prosperity and fortune. Sometimes rubies were used as engagement rings as well. Maybe it's a promise ring, but however we look at this, I love the fact that, this character really is taking charge of what they want, the happiness that they want to have. Let me get one more card just on that Hermit. That's, I feel like it's a very spiritual Libra. 5 of Cups, 4 of Swords. They are very much aware that the kinds of things that they basically are transcending is huge amounts of sorrow that needed to be healed. I think that is probably why they're on this direct path. They want success now. They want happiness now. They don't want to focus on obstacles. They want to focus on how to get happiness. They're not focusing on picking up old storylines where they left off. They really want to follow their inner self, and they know their inner self has been on a journey of healing. There has been some really important work that has been done internally. And I think that's why they are so ready for this happiness now. That's nice. This character's in a really nice headspace. All right, next up we got Cancer coming in at 3647. All right, single Cancerians. Let's see what message we've got for them. Let's go with this deck. Single Cancerians. What's the message? Ooh. By the way, guys, please do let me know if you like it this way for the singles reads. I just thought I would do it this time and see how y'all think about this. All right, we've got the Lovers in the upright. We've got the Chariot. There's our Cancerian and Gemini. We've got King of Cups. We've got King of Cups. Let's double down on the same card. And we've got 2 of Wands, and we've got the 10 of Cups. Okay, so yes, it's a single storyline, but you notice that we have a Cancerian who's they are all about having some kind of romance in their life. This could be, sorry, I know I said it's a singles read, but this can be a returning romantic partner. Cancerian might be meeting them halfway. Cancerian, this could be a same-sex couple. We have 2 King of Cups. Granted, one shows a feminine, one does not. This shows somebody who's been a bit of a block of granite, but they've opened up a channel into their heart. This character says, I've had sharks in my belly. I've had my problems too. That song, I Got Issues by it's Jillian Michaels, I think, right? But give them all to me and I'll give mine to you. It feels like we've got a Cancerian who is very much aware that we're not so different, myself and this person. Now, it could just be that this Cancerian is saying, I'm ready to meet somebody. They don't have to be perfect. I'd like somebody who's had a similar story to mine. I'd like someone who's gone through heartbreak, so I know they get it. But I'm ready for that. I'm ready to close the gap. I'm ready to have somebody that would choose to give a chance on love, to choose to really be happy, because investment, to choose real investment, because we both want to be emotionally available, and I'm not going to hurt you and you're not going to hurt me. That's a good starting point for what we could build. But I got to have somebody who feels the same way. It feels like it's coming in. It feels like we've got something flying into Cancerian's life, and Cancerian is ready to move right toward it. This feels like a single character who's meeting somebody, and it just feels like, yes, let's do this. I want to do this with you. Very, very optimistic, very beautiful. Let's get one gem. We have got Dumoriterite. Please forgive me. I'm going to have to check pronunciation on that. I've never actually seen this before. And it has to do with wisdom. The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. You know, I kind of feel like, especially in matters of the heart, and this was definitely a story all about love for the single Cancerian, um, knowing full well that we're going to act foolish sometimes in love. We're going to get it wrong sometimes. We're going to, have our own scars dictate what we do. And then we go, oh God, I'm so cringy, and remembering the mistakes I make. But just realizing we all do that and giving ourselves grace. I think that's the other secret ingredient for this Cancerian to have a successful romance. Remember, they're not looking for perfection. They're saying, I'm not perfect. I'm not looking for you to be perfect. But if I promise I won't, my motive is not to hurt you. My motive is not to think, okay, how are you trying to hurt me? Instead, what if I open my heart and I say, let's do this and see if we both want to treat each other well, and that's our main focus, and we both really want to be happy together, and we check in with each other, and are you happy? Am I making you happy? What would make you happy? If we care, we could have something really successful. I feel like that's the mindset of this single Cancerian that's not going to be single anymore. All right, next up we got Virgo coming in at 4048. Single Virgo, what is the message? What is the message? Single Virgos. No, let's go with this one. Okay. That was hard for me to decide, so maybe we have an indecisive single Virgo. We have got Hanged Man. We've got King of Pentacles. So we have a Virgo who is questioning and even delaying something that could make them a lot of money, possibly. They could be thinking long and hard about moving, changing, traveling. Could have to do with their sense of stability. Could be somebody contemplating, when I move next time, where do I move to? What kind of long-term goal do I have? What do I want to build? When am I going to build that? We have the Sun and we have the Seven of Pentacles. All of this is about the future to me. It's a character who says, no, I'm not ready to put down big roots, but I'm working on it. And I'm really happy with everything that I'm doing. This is a character who loves where their life is at. They're not saying, oh, I'm so delayed, I'm so stuck. They're looking at their life from a different perspective and saying, I have the great pleasure right now of building my treasure chest. And then at some point, I will also have the great pleasure of building something with that treasure chest. But I love the labor that I am putting in right now. I'm happy with my life in the present, but I also know this is not all I have to look forward to. I have much, much more to look forward to. What is it that they are planning? It feels like this could be a character who is planning like a really big, oh, we have a Queen of Wands in the reverse. They're planning something really big for their life. Nobody plans to go into a karmic cycle, so I'm guessing this has to do with dealing with a stuck energy. They're like gathering the resources right now in order to in order to blast out of a particular bracket, blast away from a cycle. They know that they're working through a cycle right now. This could be somebody who's like they're working on, let's say, their fitness, right? I've got fitness goals. It's hard work, but I actually love it because I know I'm doing it for my health, my wellness. I'm starting to see that, my body is taking different shapes. I'm seeing muscles pop up where they used to be a little softer. And I know that I'm going to reach my goal weight. I'm going to be super happy. That's something I wanted to do for me. That's a goal. And then when I get that fitness goal, I'm going to become a model, whatever their wish is. I'm using that as like a very big visual. I'm not saying that's what I think our single character's life goal is. If it is, awesome. You do you, boo. But the big thing is it's a process that they already know they are presently working on. And they're loving working on it because they know why they're doing it. They're doing it to change their status in life. This could be somebody who's in a program right now and they're learning new skills because they're saying, what I really want is to break out of the strata that I've been in, because I want to go way up high. I have way bigger dreams, way bigger goals. This could be a character who literally is like building their resume, building their repertoire, and they love doing it because they know what their big plan is to become famous, become very wealthy, become someone who is really seen, or just simply reach their ultimate goals. And they love this journey. They love this process. So this is not about love and romance from what I can tell. It's about loving one's life. This Virgo is loving their process and they're feeling very empowered, like they're doing exactly what they want to do. Is everything perfect? No, but they're working through it and they love the fact that they're doing that. they have huge success on the horizon. Huge success on the horizon. Very exciting for the Virgo. All right, let's get one of the gems out of this. We have got Larimar, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. You know, this is kind of nice because it fits along with that star card to me, that Aquarius energy. Being oneself, really striving to reach one's own goals, being that star, shining really brightly in one's own authentic power, not feeling like, oh, I have to fit everybody else's mold or template. This is a character who is like creating space for themselves to really shine in whatever they do that is different than everybody else. They're creating space, or maybe even creating their own empire so that they can really do what they do best. That's what it looks like for the Virgo. Good for them. Next up, we got Aquarius coming in at 4539. All right, Aquarius, this is a single storyline. Let's take a look. What is the message for the single Aquarian? Single Aquarian, here we go. We have got Hermit, Virgo. So funny, I just did Virgo, and the Aquarian star card was the last card pulled in Virgos, and now the first card pulled for Aquarius is Hermit, is Virgo. So I don't know, maybe those two are interacting in a positive way, because this is positive. This is an Aquarian that is listening to their innermost self. It's helping drive them toward something that they really care about, something that they emotionally care about. It could be a Capricorn, and it could be a Capricorn who they see as stuck in a toxic cycle and kind of feeling out in the cold. This could be that our Aquarius is sensing someone that I care about needs me right now. Someone that I care about needs some help right now. They need a friend. They need a friend's shoulder to cry on, or this is someone out there that I have developed emotions for. I can see that they're maybe I have a romantic feeling for them, but I also can see that they have a need for something, I'll say good, something that doesn't want to take from them, something that it wants to give to them. I can see that in them, and I want to do that for them. We have the World card upright. We have the King of Coins. I feel like this Aquarius wants to come in and give comfort to someone who they see as trapped in a really unhappy place. I'm not saying that they want to save this person, but they do want to show this person that, there's a different way. And I have a lot to give. I think this Aquarius has good emotions. They may be attracted to this person, but they think that offering something, this person could be a Capricorn, but offering a new opportunity might be something that gives this person a leg up in life, gives this person a chance to like really have something different, a new sense of stability. And it feels like Aquarius wants to offer that to this character. And they may want to do it for all the right reasons, but they might also be attracted to this character. King of Pentacles again, Knight of Pentacles upright. It feels like if they are doing it because they're attracted to this person, they're still saying it'll, the attraction side of it would have to grow probably slowly. But I still want to help this person. I really do want to help them. Got a lot of earth energy in this in general for Aquarius. And so my impression is that this is something that could be very stable. It could go, the distance, but they're kind of being a little bit cautious about it. Let me get one gemstone. We've got Tiger's Eye, courage. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. So this is about, they may know walking into it. This Aquarius might know, I don't know that they're going to love me in return, or that they will, or that they have the capacity to, but if I love them, I want to give them assistance right now when I can see they're in the time of struggle and trouble. I don't think this is like a hero complex that we're seeing. I think this is, especially with that Tiger's Eye card that just came out, that, it takes courage to love. And I think that's what this is all about. That's actually a really beautiful message. All right, Aries is next, and then we'll end with Capricorn. All right, Aries is coming in at 4922. All right, Aries, what have we got for my Aries? This is a singles Aries message. I just thought I'd break it up today and do it for each zodiac. Just a quick message. Let me know if you guys like this. Aries, we got a 7 of Swords, we got a 7 of Wands. 7, 7, numbers of change, numbers of transformation. Somebody's breaking out of their lies. And their lies were meant to make everything look good that wasn't actually good. Aries might find out from someone that they were, heck, maybe they got in trouble with the law, they got put in jail for a while, they were lying, acting like everything's fine. And it may come out now that, oh, that was the blockage. Oh, okay. So it looks like the blockage is going to be lifted, but it does look like this could be a delayed revelation, like somebody was dealing with something really difficult and they didn't want to act like it. 5 of Cups, Queen of Wands. So I feel like, again, this is a single storyline, right, for a fictional character, but here's our Aries feeling like really, really good, like hearing this information. Not that they're like, oh, I'm so happy that that person, has actually been going through a really hard time. But if someone was hiding what a hard time they were going through, and now they're finally revealing it, it could be like a huge sense of like, wow, I'm so honored that you trusted me, to tell me the truth about, you've been going through a really hard time. It's been really hard. And the fact that you're trusting me with that kind of information is huge. I understand that you're trusting it to me for a reason. Aries might feel really like this person confided in me. That's a big thing. I recognize what a big thing that is. This could also be that this character is confiding at last that they have been trying really hard to keep a smiley face when their life has actually been really difficult, and they might have been really sad that they have not been conveying this up until this point, and that could make the Aries feel really good. Like, oh my God, you mean you were actually unhappy that you couldn't convey this to me until now? You mean you've been unhappy about this? I'm glad to know that you wanted to express it to me. I got the Chariot. This is going to allow our character to move onward from something that was emotionally painful. This brings balance in. It also gives a chance to, move forward slowly, but with a steady and confident, continual, like, movement upward, right? A positive shift of energy. 5 of Swords. There has been, I would argue it makes more sense to the Aries now why someone was a bit hostile, was holding back. They didn't want to reveal the situation they were really in. And I feel like this is clearing the air. It is letting the Aries know, though, that when this kind of a character has problems, they may tend to want to suppress it. That might be the nature of this person, and understanding that about somebody. I'm not saying that's easy to deal with, or that that's right, that that's how somebody does things, but still understanding it gives the comprehension so that now there can be movement forward. With this Queen of Swords, though, I don't know. This could heal a situation, and still these two could move on from one another. This is somebody looking out to new horizons. It almost looks like when Aries gets the information about what is going on, they go, thank you so much for letting me know. Thank you for giving me the rundown on what actually happened. Yes, I feel so much better knowing. Truth be told, though, this doesn't mean that there's some reconciliation. It might just soften hurt feelings, and now it's like, okay, I can let that go. I can compartmentalize, and I can move forward. Now I get why somebody was pushing me out of their life, blocking me, not wanting to be friends, or not wanting to communicate anymore, and I can let it go. It doesn't bother me. That's what it feels like, is just a resolution of something that previously had been hurtful, and it had nothing to do with the Aries. It was something else that was causing this person, some other struggle in their life, big struggle that they weren't admitting to, that was really causing them to withdraw. And I think just knowing that, it really alleviates the hurt. We have Amazonite, truth. But better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing in this whole story. It was about finding out a truth that is actually very freeing, and it doesn't create hurt and pain. It just lets a character move forward. So I think this is putting an end to some conflict. I don't think this character can be in Aries' life, but I think Aries is completely at peace with that, is what it looks like to me. All right, and last but not least, we have Capricorn coming in at 54.33. All right, here we go, Cappies. Let's see, what is the message for our single Capricorns? By the way, Capricorns, the next video that I put out for the Zodiac will be the general Capricorn video, okay? You guys, Leo, and like several others I will get to today and tonight. So check back if you don't see your Zodiac in the first part of the day, check back tonight because I'll be doing about 6 Zodiacs today. We've got Ace of Swords upright. We've got the Tower. So the message for our single Capricorns is we got some serious truth coming in. This feels a little bit like the Aries story. We've got some truth coming in that is like cracking things down, breaking stuff down, making a tower fall. I like a tower. I always think it's a good thing because it frees stuff. It frees our mind, and the rest will follow. Love that song. We've got the Fool. We've got 3 of Wands. We've got 8 of Pentacles. We've got the Magician. For this single Capricorn, they might suddenly be liberated. Remember, this is for singles, but they might get some piece of truth that totally like broadens their mindset. It allows them to say, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I get to look at something different. This could be about work. This could be somebody who's like getting laid off, and it's actually like such a huge blessing. They're so thrilled because it's like, oh my God, I was wanting to leave. I already had this idea of a different job I wanted to go and work for 3 months. I wanted to go do this side hustle, this thing, this contract, but I couldn't unless I had the space to do it. And I didn't want to quit. It's better if I get laid off right now, and then I can go off and do this other thing for a little bit. And that could be the start of me manifesting a whole new life for myself. I feel like things are just beautifully coming together, and it's going to allow a lot more freedom for our Capricorn. But strangely, first, something had to be cut out of their life. That a tower had to drop. Some obligation that they had to collapse to free them so that they can look toward the future that they've wanted to look toward all this time. This Capricorn is so excited to put effort in, and they're going to be receiving, like in this case, it looks like monetary, rewards for the effort that they're going to put out there. But more than anything, it's more satisfying. It's more on their life path. This is more of what they wanted. This feels very exciting. This feels very much like a character who is getting a chance to change their life circumstances, not losing anything, only gaining what they wanted, which was freedom and better opportunity. So this is not like, oh, great, it's a devastating loss and then I'm going to have to scramble and I'm not going to know what's going to happen. This is a character who's saying, I have wanted exactly this scenario to occur, but I didn't want to push it. Instead, it's like the universe has it happening. It's almost like everything that they already have been manifesting in their heart is starting to present itself. New opportunities, particularly in work. This could be a character who's wanted to move, transfer. Maybe they want to go live someplace tropical, go live by the sea, have a job that allows them to do that, work in an industry that allows them to live the quality of life that they want to have. All of it just clicks for them. It looks really good for this character. It looks like it's exactly the adventure that they were ready to have, wanting to have. And so guess what? They get to have it. Very exciting. Ooh, I like that one, Capricorns. Let me get one more here. Let's get one gemstone. All right, we have got Rudraksha, and this is Zen. Walk as if you are kissing the earth with your feet. I do feel like this is a journey that we're talking about for this Capricorn, and I feel like this is everything they wanted. They wanted to move into this more peaceful life that they had already envisioned for themselves. They wanted to be able to feel grateful for the changes in their life that they themselves, welcomed in. And I think it's exactly what our character gets. It was really nice. All right, you guys, take care. Thank you so much for being here. I will go through and timestamp. I did do all of them. Yes, Virgo was at 4048. I saw your message down there, Virgo songs too. All right, so you guys, thanks again. I will see you in the full-length typical Zodiacs. This was just for the singles stories. Let me know if you guys like this. Maybe I'll incorporate, normally on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, I do a singles video. I've been doing them as just like one big general collective that are about 20 minutes long. This one I did for each zodiac instead, and it's significantly longer. But we could do this once a week, like maybe on Wednesday we do it for each zodiac, and then the other 2 days that I post a singles video, it'll still just be the collective. I don't know. Let me know what you guys like, if you enjoy this one. If not, we'll just keep it the way I've always done it. Take care. Lots of love to you guys. Bye for now.